Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, final matchup of the first week of GAC 2.0. Last round we had a win here against Mindwalk. He had 3 Galactic Legends to my single Galactic Legend. This was shown in the last video. He was attacking at the same time I was. We were able to win by putting down a very stout defense, and that seems to be the way to handle these early matchups where your opponents may have a higher top end with their gearing. My advantage is in depth, and so I'm challenging my opponents to go after my defenses with their shallower depth, and so far it's worked out where both people have not full cleared me. Even my opponent in the first round, who did beat me and had a very good roster, was not able to get a full clear. Now on the back wall, he didn't even attempt to attack the back wall. Top wall here is where he attempted to clear but could not. And what we're looking at is Dash Rendar came through again, took him 2 shots. I threw him on defense again. I wanted to test him out on offense, but with the opponent I have today, I felt like we needed to throw him back down there. And this Beskar Mando team, I don't think there's anything here. We'll see what the GAC history will show next week, but I threw them on defense again just to get some more data points. I suspect he just ran out of teams. Today's opponent has 3 Galactic Legends. So far, we've been having opponents with 3 or 4 Galactic Legends to my 1 Galactic Legend. And so I'm challenging my opponent's depth. That's how we're approaching this. Black Bomb here, he has SLKR, he has, I think, Jedi Master Kenobi and Jedi Master Luke. Here's what the top end of his stuff looks like. I'll just kind of give you an idea of how much depth there is. There's a decent amount of depth here. Looking at the hotbot, this is a Discord bot that most guilds have, but if you don't, you can use it on my Discord. We got lifetime banners here, very respectable amount at 760. This tells me he plays Grand Arena and is a fairly serious opponent. Stronger guild. Everyone's going to have a stronger guild than me at this point. I've really downshifted on guilds just for time reasons. Clears are good. Undersizes are a little smaller. Top 80. Again, a feel for the top, and the Gear 11 Plus shows where his depth is in comparison to mine. We have a bigger speed average, which I usually don't. I've been delaying mods for a while for future video purposes. And then 6-dot mods and the rest of these mods, I've got the advantages. Even though he has the relic advantage here of about 20, which is not that bad compared to my recent opponents. They were like 40 to 50 relic advantage. So that's not what we're seeing here, but there are a lot of tier 7 relics. That's the big difference, because the first and second round, they had a ton of tier 1 to 3 relics. That's where they were able to beat me and count by so much, but still get matched up with me. So there's his advantages. I've got Maul, he doesn't. The big thing here is no Executor on his roster. Now when we look here, jump into this, let's take a look at the defenses. There's a full clear is not possible here. A win is possible, depending on how his attacks go. If I can hold him off with my defense, I think we can win here. So nothing's really changing with my defense. Trying this BAM team again, I want another data point. Dash so far has been holding opponents. First Order is more filler. Really, I need another team in this place, or at least more gear on this team. They really aren't worthy of it, but kind of running out of teams, and I don't like Older Public. I don't want to use other teams. I don't want to use. Mon Mothma here has not worked out for me. I need to throw the Zeta on Kyle. I wanted to try and see how he looked without it. I wanted to use him on offense too. First, I'm just trying to stop defaulting into throwing the Zetas on and really try them out, because in some of the cases, some of those Zetas turn out to be less than necessary, like that IG-11 Zeta. Gas is back on defense. Changed the Bounty Hunter team a little bit from last round. These are teams that are usually in this location. Back wall is mostly the same. I did change the Newt team. I saved a number of things for offense that I didn't last round that I wanted. So that's like Django I've kept, Watt I've kept, which forced me to changing into this Newt team, which is really not worthy of being put here, but we'll see what happens. I threw in these droids to puff up Droidica and see maybe if that does anything. I don't really think it will, but since I wasn't pairing Watt or Django on this Newt team, it needed some sort of boost, and I just wasn't seeing a lot of other characters to really put there that I didn't want to save for offense. Like Nest is sometime in that combo, and I didn't want to use. I wanted to save Nest. Let's start looking down here, because I don't think we're going to bother trying to clear this. What we're looking at here is CLS. We have this Bastila JML Watt team, which I always avoided in Squad Arena, so I'm actually not good at dealing with it, and Gas is on defense, so probably not going to get through it. Usually I have to like two-shot that team. SLKR here is the other one, and I only have one Galactic Legend, so the only thing I can think is we can attempt to use my Maul team, which I have more pieces of. It would be better if I had BAM, but maybe we can take multiple attempts at SLKR and take multiple attempts up against Jedi Master Luke. I don't feel great about it. What I do feel a lot better about is this top territory, which we should be able to clear no problem, and then move on to fleet, and because he has no executor, we should be able to handle his fleet and at least clear these top two territories. And if the rest of my defense can hold, that should be a win, or at least close. So we got Bad Batch here, but it's not a full Bad Batch team. He has Sergeant instead of Omega. That's kind of fine. Geos, Mon Mothma, and Phasma. Now we'll start up here. And my early thinking was splitting Empire and Traya between these two guys. About the Bad Batch, I need to find I want to use something weaker here, but I'm concerned about it. This Phasma team, it's very tempting to do something weaker against it, but I'm not certain how I'm going to approach that one quite yet. The bottom territory, we can at least go after the Night Sisters with my troopers, and we can go after CLS. We'd probably just have to mirror the CLS. Alternatively, with these Night Sisters, I don't know, there might be something. But Bad Batch, I'm almost tempted to like take troopers or something there. But let's just get started. We're sticking with Traya here. I'm wanting to give Traya something more to work against. Actually, Let's do her Traya against Mon Mothma. Because I can take something, I can undersize then a little bit more successfully with Vader up against those Geos. Need to update all my presets. I'm just thinking about whether or not I want to undersize. Thinking through, do I really need every edge I can get? I'm just going to go for it. Let's just go for it. Because really, it's a pretty... My Sith are pretty weak. Shouldn't have done that yet. That was a waste. Needed to wait for debuffs onto the field. Let's throw the isolate onto Chirrut. The tenacity up is more annoying than anything else at this point. I feel like my Cyan used to be a lot faster. I must have stolen mods from him. Okay, perfect. Stew the Held by Hatred. We're doing, yeah, we're gonna hit Chirrut to get more protection up. Not that it really matters. I'm not really caring because we've already won this. It's just, how much do I feel like toying with him? So we will clear those Geos. This Bad Batch team and this Phasma team. I want to minimize those as much as possible. Because what I'm hoping to do is then we'll just throw all the strong teams up against those Galactic Legends and just see if we get lucky. Don't feel great about it though. I think I'm going to try something risky for the Bad Batch. Geos and Troopers work, but they usually work at higher gear than I have them at. So I'm actually not very comfortable, but these aren't scary Bad Batch. I feel a little bit more comfortable with the Geos though, just because of the shared stats. I feel like an AoE from Sergeant could take out a lot of my clones. We'll do that in a second though. Let's just... Although, the Geos aren't really that scary either. This could be a situation where Maybe I attempt to weaken the... That didn't work last time. Like, why would I keep doing it? Really, I just need stronger troopers and would open up a lot of choices for me. Actually, no, this is what we can do. We'll do Night Sisters against Geos. So we do that. That'll save my Palpatine and Empire, which we can use elsewhere. That's what we'll do. If we can't clear a back wall, who cares? I mean, behind the Galactic Legends, like if there's Grievous or something there. Just by clearing 3 territories, this would be a win. Because Mara Jade with the Empire is going to help us a decent amount. Although, I just don't have the speeds where they need to be for some of these newer experimental counters against Galactic Legends. Or the gear, but really the mods are a bigger issue. Yeah, let's do that. Start bringing down some of the health. Yeah. We need people to die so we can get our damage up. Alright, take out Talzine, perfect. Now we can really accelerate this. We need to think about where we want to use Qui-Gon too. I haven't thought about that yet. I don't want to use Qui-Gon against teams with a lot of AoEs is what I'm really feeling. Because when I was using Qui-Gon last round up against Kylo, Kylo just kept using the AoE to get rid of any foresight I was getting, which just prevented the damage from being boosted, or at least boosted as much. I actually do think that no. I kind of feel like Qui-Gon could handle this Bad Batch team. But I think we're going to do Geos. I don't feel great about it. I really, really don't feel good about this. More because I haven't attempted it before, so I don't know what to really expect. Like, I don't know where the power level on my Geo team is, because this is a team I've always been resistant towards putting resources onto. We're gonna start with the days. Okay, fine. We can clear all that days. I want to go after Echo first. So let's start with spreading some of these debuffs, or the ability block. I want to just see if we can keep a good amount of these guys ability blocked. That'll make my life way easier. Okay. Let's take out Tech since he's already there. Perfect. Okay, this was great. This saves us plenty of good teams. Probably wasn't going to be using Geos anywhere else. Perfect. All right. Those are obviously low gear Bad Batch though, so that's not representative, but I tend to respect the Bad Batch. Now Phasma here is... I'm so tempted to to solo this. If it didn't have Kylo, I would definitely be soloing it. Now, in this scenario, most of the... Yeah, I wonder if we could use... I wonder if we still just use Nest, just pair Nest with some other characters to make it a bit more robust. Night Sisters could have been... If I had Shock T, we would use it. Or if I had the 501st with Shock T, that would be something I'd consider. I'm just looking through some counters right now, trying to think through this. Like, Night Sisters... I guess Night Sisters could have been used there instead of the Geos. But if it comes down to like having to use Palpatine versus his Geos or Palpatine versus this Relic team, I feel better about using Palp here. Just want to avoid it if we can. We know Qui-Gon can't do it. God, do I think the Bad Batch could do it? I don't think they can. I think I tried that in Conquest, and it didn't work. Well, Conquest would have been up against like Hux or somebody. Alright, I'm gonna think on that for a second. Let's keep this moving. I want to take some more teams off the board and see where we're at. Because here, this is why I love CLS. It's just there's not a lot of options here. Really, the mirror is my best option. Night Sisters, I think we're gonna just have to do troopers. But do I want to save Moff Gideon? I don't think so. Thing is, if we save Moff Gideon for another team, then we're in a situation where I'd have to find something else to beat these Night Sisters with, which I don't have great options for. Actually, let's keep this on troopers. I like to use, when I go up against the Night Sisters, this is what I like to do. I could do like the Veer's lead version, but I don't know, I like the security blanket of the Moff Gideon lead. Okay. Although my mods are better, like. It's Telzine lead, so whatever, but and what I really need to do is I need to start watching some other people's videos again. And so one of the things when you like start making your own videos is you stop watching other people's videos, because that you kind of satisfy that hunger for watching content by making your own. And I feel like what that does, though, is it makes you a little rusty or less knowledgeable about some alternatives. Because there's just certain counters I don't know as well that I need to educate myself on. Particularly a lot of these newer Galactic Legend stuff. In Squad Arena, I was getting so lazy in Squad Arena. I'm so glad I don't have to do it anymore. Let's keep throwing the days up on everyone. Put the death mark on Daka. Just finish her off. I thought I was done. So apparently the new Spider-Man is very good. That makes me so happy. I was not optimistic about this Spider-Man movie. I haven't watched it yet. Over the holidays, I'll get to it. But I was not confident. I'm very glad that my concerns have been assuaged. All right. We're just going to CLS this. We have to CLS it. I don't see another way through this without using something stronger. And really, other than my own CLS... Why is this getting choppy? Where are we at? Other than my own CLS, I don't feel like we'd basically have to go for a Galactic Legend to compete. Sounds like the audio's messed up. I have to restart BlueStacks after this battle. So I'm going to mute it so we don't have to deal with that static. Yeah, it sounds bad. Let's get through Chewie as quick as possible so I can take out Han. From here it's basically done. Nullify Chupio. Alright. So he has one Galactic Legend for offense. He has a gas team. I think things will go pretty quick for him. Alright, let me restart BlueStacks. Okay, we are... I don't even know why I'm saying things like we're back, because as far as the pausing of this video goes, no one's noticed anything even happened. But we're back. Audio should be fixed. Sounds good. I don't even know if the audio levels are at a point where you can even hear it. Alright, I'm going to try the Bad Batch here. It should work. Or it would definitely work at the right gear levels. I don't know if mine are at the right gear levels. There are certain teams... But honestly, a Relic Separatist team should be more dangerous than this team. And if these Bad Batch are RNG dependent against Relic Separatists, then I feel like we should be able to come through here. Plus we have a mod advantage. Let me fix this camera. And regardless, I would like to find out. I need to know what these guys can do for me. I'm going to start throwing gear on them soon anyway. They're going to go up to relics. There's other things, like I want Dark Trooper, I want Sith Trooper, I want Vandor. There's a lot. I need Maul, I need Commander Ahsoka Tano. Like there's a lot of stuff I want right now. Should I save this? I almost feel like saving this. Let's save it. Probably should have done tech. Am I at Furious? Okay, so I should be able to get another stun now. Perfect. Let's get rid of Executioner. Throw another Daze up. I guess technically I should just be focusing on Kylo because Echo's Zeta is going to kill off the pilot. Great. Bad Batch work amazingly in that. I don't need to worry about any more gear. That's wonderful. Now, this is going pretty smoothly so far. And now we have plenty of good teams to throw at his Galactic Legends, which is really what I wanted to preserve. I almost feel like we might clear out this back wall, clear out these ships. Yo, yeah. We'll do ships early today. And then we'll worry about the Galactic Legends. So if you usually I'd like to do things in an order, but looking at this, just thinking through who I want to bring up what. I don't know if we're going to win, but we will at least be set up for a win, and that's the best we can do in this kind of scenario. If I finish this season 2-1, I think that's pretty good, considering I have the least amount of Galactic Legends in this entire round. There might be one other person who might be worse off. I mean, they might have one Galactic Legend and no Executor. I don't even... No, most people here have between 2 and 4. Really? How do we do this? Beautiful. I'm glad they made these Grand Arena changes. Like I feel reinvigorated. It was Grand Arena was getting very stale. I feel a threat again, which I haven't felt in a very long time. You stop dodging. Fine. Let's get a Buzz Droid on there. All right, there we go. We'll do Akbar up against the Empire here. Although maybe I should have thought through. No, it's not. He doesn't have Sith Eternal Emperor. So we got Year 11. Looks like Vader's probably coming off the bench then. He doesn't have... Okay. Okay. Oh, Biston's on my list of characters I want Relic to. Never used that. Just focus on the bomber. He's gonna get taunt up in a second anyway. No. Okay. That's all fine. Do I still have the flame? No. Alright, then we're gonna... I guess not. I guess not. Perfect. Let's dispel the retribution. Heal off Biston. Vader's the bigger threat, so I'm staying focused on him. Now the tricky part. We've played flawlessly up to this point. I wish he was attacking me right now so I could see how this is gonna go. I guess we'll do a little intermission. Let's take a look at what he has to throw at me. Before we jump back into this. He's got his Kenobi. He's got his gas. Really, he should be splitting them up. He doesn't need a good Kenobi team to clear out one of my teams. His gas will clear out another team. Vader and the Empire will clear out a team. Rey will clear out a team. His bounty hunters, they should probably us save for offense. They'll clear out a team. His crew's probably on the back wall. Grievous, maybe a back wall team. Sith Empire, I bet he kept for offense. Really comes down to how... I think what's going to decide this is how weak that back wall is. If he would have made his back wall real weak, like Ewoks and Phoenix and stuff, that might mean he's able to save enough for offense where he can go at my defense several times. But if we're looking at Kenobi, Gas, bounty hunters, like let's say Grievous, crew, like that's already 5 teams, and he needs what, 4, 8, 11. See, he needs 11 decent teams. Sith Empire gets him to 6. Even Padme, maybe get him to 7 teams. So let's see, he's at 7 teams. Mon Mothma is probably on the back. I would put Mon Mothma on the back wall, but let's say Mon Mothma. Wait, I already fought Mon Mothma. What am I talking about? He's got Night Sisters, probably save for offense. So let's say that's 8. He's got Traya, he's got Bam. Like, if he knows how to use those teams and is comfortable using them at below relics, he could do it. He could do it. He could clear everything if he put a really weak back wall down. He could full clear me. He saved both Negotiator and Malevolence for offense. But if he would have put down a decent back wall, like if there's like Separatist Padme like crew back there, I don't think he has enough teams. So the way I think I need to handle this like I know there's a mall team. I don't know how to use it. And I don't think mine would work anyway. I think I can do like Jedi Master Luke, take out everybody but JML, and then bring in and hope I can clear out JML by himself. It'd be easier if I had gas though. There's probably like a Jedi Knight Luke team I can use up against SLKR though. Let's think about this a second. No, here's the mistake I made. Oh, his crew's right there. Here's the mistake I made. I should have saved CLS to take CLS up against Jedi Master Luke and Bastila. That's what I should have done. But by not doing that, we're in trouble. How do I want to handle this? And if there's a good troopers team, there's a trooper team that you can take up against that Bastila. I'm not. Let's think here. Let's see. Okay, this I think I know how I'm feeling about this. I think what I want to do is something like this. If I can beat it with a weaker team, a weaker version of it, that'll still mean I'll have like Jedi Knight Revan and Yoda and like a better-ish team to attack his other team. Like if I mess up with Kylo, which is possible, because it is Relic 8, but his mods aren't good. I would like to save Jedi Knight Revan is what I'm really saying here. Would do that. Yeah. I'm probably gonna misplay this. I already feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Because usually, Like, I'm usually doing this with gas and kind of playing like a... It's where it's like idiot-proofed. I honestly should be practicing this in Squad Arena. Trying to do weaker versions. See, this is already bad. Like, that's not a good thing. Although... Oh, that was the wrong one. I should have did Old Ben. Doesn't matter. Alright, we do this. Alright, we're fine. Okay. Now we have a bunch of crap we can throw up against this Jedi Master Luke Bastila team. Think about it. I think we're going to start with Jedi. Maybe not. Like, we got Empire, we got Jedi, we got Maul, we got Qui-Gon, we have at least 4 teams we can throw at this. We're not going to start with Empire because we have Bastila protection up. We want to get through Bastila. Wat is going to be forcing a taunt. So let's start with Jedi so we can get around the taunt and just focus down on Bastila and take her out. Because then we can come back into this. Or maybe... Actually, here's an idea. Maybe we don't go after an ideal Qui-Gon team. What if we do... something like that. Because here we're in a situation, Qui-Gon can be saved, whatever. But it's more that after Qui-Gon goes down, we get a nice boost to these other characters. And if they're not focused on Qui-Gon... Do I have another taunt? I should have kept Old Ben. Would be real nice right about now. Alright, we don't have a taunt. The only thing I don't like about this is we could split this into 2 teams. And if we split it into 2 teams, the 2 shots might be better. But my bigger concern is maybe if we can't get around that taunt, Qui-Gon's not really going to help. Qui-Gon's going to do better with Yoda present. Let me look at this again. Maybe we do Maul first? Who cares about Maul if we're just forced into going after Qui-Gon, or going after Jedi Master Luke, though? I think we're gonna try it. Let's just try it. I guess the alternative would be the alternative is what? This? Do I honestly feel good about that? No. Like, how quickly do I think Jedi Master Luke can rip through the rest of these guys? Pretty quick, honestly. And here I'm betting on these Jedi taking out Bastila. In best case scenario, like Bastila and Watt before they go down, but Jedi Knight Luke could do some damage. I think if we're in a scenario where we can take out Bastila and we don't take out Watt, that means Qui-Gon has to come back in here and worry about Watt. But we still have Empire. You know what? I think we're gonna do this. The other question is Jolie better? Just for the tankiness. No, we're gonna do this. I don't like it. No, we're trying it out. Keep going back and forth on this, but I want to make sure I'm thinking through this right. Let me read this one more time. So we have plus speed, offense to equal to 3 times their speed, and gain foresight. Jedi allies gain offense to 30, doubled while they have foresight. No, I think this is the way to go. The only real question is if Jolie would be better than like Ezra, but the offense is kind of nice on somebody like Ezra. We're going in. That's nice. We had foresight up on everybody. Now we're stunned. Can I can dispel all that, right? Yeah, so let's dispel all this. Let's actually get foresight back up. Mark Bastila. Okay, we're getting through her quick. Wait, there's days there. Alright, let's hit Jolie. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Just call the assist. Actually, we should have dispelled because there's a bunch of other stuff there. Let's dispel. I know the taunt's coming back, but at least whatever other buffs there were there. We just got to get to another marked. At least they're wasting turn. The savior got triggered with Yoda. Honestly, let's not even use these specials. They're not doing anything right now. What? Shouldn't he not be able to be taken out? With Qui-Gon still standing? What am I not understanding here? This doesn't even matter. This is over. Alright, next thing is see if we can take out Watt. Which means, do I feel more comfortable with Empire? Yes, I do. Not much more, because they got preloaded turn meter, they got other stuff going on. Like, and I could lose my Thrawn. Real. How does that nerf go with Fat Fracture? Like, can I stop the taunt? Oh, we're going in. This, like, Fracture doesn't even work, right? So I'm actually making a mistake here. I don't know how the nerf works. Like, it just doesn't stick, I think is how it works, right? I don't know. Let's do this. We get a couple debuffs. One, two, three. I'm gonna just chuck it. Save that, I think. Do I want... Fracture on characters, speeds, blah 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 blah. Fracture on raid bosses minus 50% speed. Can't gain buffs. Okay, so I do want that, because all I care about is getting rid of the taunt. Okay. Let's stun him. Let's trigger the stagger. Perfect. Trigger stagger here. Honestly, I kind of want to take out Hermit Yoda. Okay. I don't know if we can take out Master Luke. Go to ability block, debuffs, bonus turn. Do I really want, I don't want to chuck it yet. I'm just gonna see if we can get more debuffs and get the health pool lower. Do I think that will work is the question. Let's just try it. Yes! Well, let's see if we have any shot at this back wall. This is going great! We still got Maul left. I think this is a win at this point. Here it is, yeah. Phoenix, Old Republic, Jawas. This is a full clear. This is might be a nice win now. And we can solo a few of these teams, get those banners a little bit higher, secure this a little bit more. This one makes us feel good. 2 and 1 most, like, he still has a chance at full clearing me. He has a lot of teams saved for offense. Alright. Let's do this. Do I have foresight? No. Heal up. Not foresight, blind. That's what I mean. Okay, no blind. Let's go for healing immunity. Don't get it. Healing immunity, perfect. Okay, now we got that, so we gotta go with the AoE. There we go. Beautiful. See, the thing is, he doesn't have any teams that he can... No, I guess he's probably got something that can solo something. This is a Wampa solo. You know, we took a long time deliberating, but we figured it out. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll just maul this last one, even though it's Yeah. Problem with mauling Jawas is all those assists are gonna get a bunch of bombs up. Can we just nest solo it? If we just go after Scavenger, take Scavenger out. And once Scavenger's gone, we can just AoE and do other stuff. Why aren't you countering? Why are you letting this happen like that? Okay. How come your Scavenger goes under stealth and mine never does? Full clear. Good luck to Black Bomb, is that your name? He can do it, but it's not going to be easy for him. We'll see how it goes. Let's switch over now to the new account. And that one's probably a loss, but we're already 2-0. I'm fine going 2-1 on that. Okay, last round with the new account. That was played with like 10 minutes left in the match, maybe 15 minutes left in the match, which resulted in a win that I had no business getting because Jax, he had a Galactic Legend. But he didn't attack. I only had to clear one team and I won. Really, I didn't even need to clear the team. Just by doing an attack, I got 10 banners. I could have just won from that. But that's how it looked. Win's a win. Cheap win, but he didn't even bother to attack, so I got away with it. Now, today, Max Rebo Band. Here is the top of his roster. He's got a bunch of relics. But with these teams that have a bunch of relics, they get a shallower a little bit more quickly. I didn't mean to click on him. So that's what we're looking at here. Gets shallower quick, but some decent stuff. He's already gone. He has full cleared me, one-shot everything. Not a huge surprise, but he probably kept most of his relics, I'm hoping, for offense. Looking at his defense like I did earlier, we might be able to get through it. It might be a scenario where I might need to undersize things to win. Oh no, he's got one. Can I beat that? I don't think I can beat this relics actually. The thing is, if I had Sith Empire, I could beat it. I think what I have to do is the Jedi. Because then I can get around the taunt, go after Jango. And if I can take out Jango from there, I might be able to do some stuff. I don't feel good about it. I think it's my best shot. I don't know if we're going to do this whole thing. This new account, since I've hit the year point, I'm just... The experiment is primarily over. I'm keeping the new account around more for testing purposes, and I'll keep developing it. His mods don't seem great. I can't even stun, actually. This is actually a problem. I can't stun because I don't have that Zeta. Steal the stealth. Just keep going with Yoda. You pull that turn meter. Not quite. Okay, Savior's been triggered. Let's throw the ability blocks. Contract is off too. That's a problem. Let's get rid of the frenzy. Alright, that's bad. I didn't check if he had that Zeta. I know he had a Zeta, so it probably means he does have... Doesn't matter anymore. Alright. He's won. I needed that to be a one-shot in order to have any chance at winning. We'll use a couple of these other teams. Actually, what I do want to see is if my Nest can handle his Ewoks. I feel like she should, but the Nest is lower gear, lower ability. I want to figure out Nest power level at these lower levels. So we got gear 10. I forget where I stopped on these abilities. Yeah, lower level abilities, 5 and 6. No Zeta. Just see how this goes. I just want to see if as solo as possible. I wonder if I should have CLS up against... No, CLS wouldn't have worked. Those bounty hunters would have. No, this Daze is... This is probably a timeout. I don't think the mods are right. I don't think... Doesn't feel like it. I don't remember how the mods are. I didn't look when we just pulled it up. Yeah, if we're not going to be able to counter, doesn't matter. This is a timeout. All right, I'm just going to call it quits here because I don't want to wait. I don't know if we're going to be able to take a turn. And if I have to force close this to continue, I'm just not going to continue. We did what we needed to do. Yeah, this is a force close, so we are going to forget about that. Congrats to my opponent. We are approaching Christmas, and I've got some work to do. So thank you for all the support, everyone. Very happy with how the main account went. That was a competitive and tough battle, and I'm glad we got through it. Beat 2 Galactic Legends in that kind of way. So be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.